Good afternoon, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 ways to improve the call to action buttons on your website. Welcome to Ben's Business Podcast, episode number 67. I'm just going to share this into Ben's Business Book Club, which is a Facebook group and community of readers. Actually, Michael, if you would like to share that, that would be great. I'm just going to go live here on Instagram as well. Welcome, Anthony. So I usually talk about search engine optimization, business strategies and things. So why am I talking about sort of user experience and kind of web practices? Well, the reason for that is with many of my clients and even our own business, I'm now starting to get a really large amount of traffic to some of my business partners' websites. And what we've been focusing on is none of the fancy stuff on building these landing pages at the beginning. We just need a landing page to get the traffic to, because I specialize in getting traffic to websites through search engines. But now that we're getting lots of traffic to this website, we're going to notch it up to the next level, and we're going to convert that traffic, as in get people to the website. Some people are coming to it, maybe clicking back and not converting. And what I mean by converting is clicking on a call to action button. What is a call to action? A call to action is basically influencing or making someone take action, such as a visitor in this example, to click on a button in order to achieve the goal that you want them to achieve on your website. So you should have like a goal of what you want this website, like the most wanted response it's called. So when a visitor comes to your website, you need to have a rough idea of what your most wanted, no, not a rough idea, a specific idea of what your most wanted response is. And that's what you want to achieve, or you want this website to achieve. A great example is just the Netflix website. So I'm showing both here. So that's the Netflix website have a button right in the middle that says, well, it has a bit of text around it, says, see what's next. And it's got a good background image of all the latest movies that are out just now and documentaries like Peaky Blinders. And then it says, see what's next, watch anywhere, cancel anytime. Very minimum text. And then it's got watch free for 30 days, all in capital letters. And on the top right hand corner, it's for the people who are already signed up. It's got sign in. And that's literally their website landing page. When you land on their website, that's what you see. So it's very straightforward, and they're a great example of using a website landing page to convert those visitors that you're getting all the traffic from to convert into customers. And these big companies like Amazon, like Netflix, like Google are all testing, and even Apple are testing to see what works and what doesn't work. But the one problem with conversion rate optimization strategies and tips on converting traffic into leads and sales is that one size does not fit all. So it's really down to you to put in the work and actually do a bit of testing. So this will take you a step closer. All these 3 tips I'm going to share with you will take you maybe a step closer to converting that traffic you're getting to your website into more sales, but I can't guarantee that it'll work for your website, because what I've learned from doing website design for the last 10 years is that sometimes I'm confused by changing a button to green or moving a button slightly over to the right or slightly over to the left, even though based on all the stats, all the articles, everything I've learned in online courses, at workshops, at conferences, even against contrary to all that common practice, to the conventional ways of doing it, sometimes you go the complete opposite way and you get 1,000 times more conversions. So you have to just test it yourself and have your thumb, or you have your finger on the pulse of your website, of your business, so that you understand all the changes that are being made and how to measure those changes that you're making. So A/B testing is what they call that. So you have website A, website B. Website A has a button in the center. Website B has a button on the right. Website B converts 50% more. So then you start website B for the design. And then once you've got that design nailed down, you keep using that and send more traffic to that. So that's what the point of what they call A/B testing is. So the first tip to making your call to action buttons work is to have the copy, the actual button copy, the text, nice, short, snappy button copy. That's what works. So just carefully choose few words that have the most impact. So like in boxing, they get the right punch. They don't swing for the right hook until they know they're going to get the right punch. So getting that right punch at the right time in the right area is what matters. So you have to keep it nice and short. There's marketers have a sort of practice of keeping their buttons, because sometimes buttons have long sentences in them. I've seen examples of this, but you don't want to have it any longer than about 60 characters, and that's including spacing. So a great example again is the shorter the better. So like road signage, the stop sign, the exit sign. It's very obvious what to do. You just have to glance at it and know what it means, and that's what these buttons are doing as well. Neil Patel actually said something really clever, which is when they get to a button on our website, they should no longer be in reading mode. They should be in clicking mode. So you don't want that means is you need to have your website set up and you're kind of directing what you want that traffic to do. So by the time they get they read the text, they're persuaded, then you're ready to take the action. And that goes through the ADA of marketing: attention, interest, desire, and action. And the action step should be the button, which is very obvious. They can click on that, and the button text, the button copy, should be obvious what they're going to get at the other side of clicking on that. So other tip number 2 is space, and what the International Design Foundation call macro white space. Doesn't necessarily need to be white space. Again, Netflix have a sort of dark background and these big bright red buttons and white text. So following what works definitely will move you a step closer. But you see the amount of space on this website. There's really minimum amount of text. There's only 2 buttons. There's their logo. So white space is what that's called. And Google's another great example. If you have a look at Google's homepage, google.com, I would like you to go and have a look after this video, is go to netflix.com and have a look at their homepage. Then go to google.com and have a look at Google. On Google, that's the best example because it is actually white as well. They've got their logo right in the center. They've got a search bar and they've got the search button. And then I think they've got on that page as well, I'm feeling lucky button. So most times we've got what they're doing with that is they're narrowing and directing the focus of the user to do exactly what they want them to do, and giving less options is actually what helps move people in the direction of how you want them to move. So focus and direct visitors' attention to what you want them to do. That's the point of good web design, and that's the Interaction Design Foundation actually say that white space is the foundational level of what makes a good website design. And tip number 3 is quite a different one. It's a lot of bloggers follow a common practice of putting at the bottom of a blog post or even a web page, a page with text. A blog post will be just an article usually, and at the bottom of it they'll put their call to action. So it's like end of post call to action buttons. And one of the ways that HubSpot actually did a bit of study is anchor text. So that's tip number 3, is anchor text links, and that's clickable text. So you could have, for example, I could use my title, 3 ways to improve call to action buttons, as text in the middle of an article. So you'll notice like in a paragraph, some of the text is underlined and it's blue and it looks clickable. That's the kind of call to action buttons you can insert in the middle of a page, in the middle of an article, a blog post article. And HubSpot studies showed that around 88% of leads came from anchor text, which is internal linking, clickable text, hypertext links, or hyperlinks. and that's the sort of underlined blue text that I've mentioned. The reason I'm saying blue is because that's what we're commonly used to. What before we had a lot more design and customizable design capacity when it was just web designers that were building our websites. Now anyone can do it without a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, website designer. So you can make the text orange, you can make the text green, but blue tends to work better because when it's blue, it sticks that traditional way. But again, all these strategies are based on you testing them yourself for your own business and the type of customer that's coming and visiting your website. But that study showed quite a large amount of people are converting through the simple text rather than having a big button. You can just have text throughout your text linked to another page, which can go to your landing page or convert them or go to the shop and buy something. It's that text that you put in that you link in the bulk of the text that people are clicking on as well. So that is another great strategy, just to remember to use anchor text links in your articles and your text, because people do click on that, because we're by nature, almost as the internet grew, we are used to clicking on this anchor text link before there were these customizable buttons that we're using now. So the old traditional ways still do work. If you want any more tips like this, I'm running a workshop at the end of this month, which is in 2 weeks, on a Tuesday at 9 AM on the 30th of April. And that's the Next Level Business Booster workshop. And I'll be doing that with Alan from Chat Marketing. And Alan's been doing training for the last 10 years, or since I was a wee boy. I remember I attended his LinkedIn workshop, but now I'm pairing up with him and doing a LinkedIn workshop, a digital marketing workshop with him. And we'll be talking about more strategies on how to get traffic to your website and convert that traffic into sales, and primarily focusing on just growing your business and making money and growing your sales. So that's, if you want to learn more information about the workshop that I'll be running, go to Next Level Biz, BIZ, nextlevelbiz.co.uk to learn more information and get yourself booked on the Eventbrite page. It is filling up almost, we're just at half capacity, so we're almost getting there, and we're going to be filling it up and doing a wee bit more promotion this week to get the room filled up. So please get along to that in Next Level Business Booster workshop. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions about what I've discussed today about the 3 ways to improve your call to action buttons, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you're watching this on the replay, just leave #replay. And it'd be great to know that you've watched this. And if you do have any questions, just ask away and I'll leave a reply, or I might come up with another video for the next Facebook Live that I do. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining Michael, Anthony, Charlie, Derek, Gary, and Steve-O.